everybody, John Costigan here, and I want to talk about when you get an objection from the client and they say it's not a priority. Rockstar salesperson here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and they actually went out to a client in Texas. And the excuse was, hey, a lot going on. This is kind of slipping back from a priority perspective, so this may have to wait. So this rep actually got on the phone and flew. And by the way, I give them so much credit. They actually got on a plane. They had to fly to Chicago, then on Southwest Airlines, then all the way down to Texas. And then once they got to Texas, then once they were there, then they had to drive 2 hours. This took all day to get there. And when they got there in the meeting, they sat down and they had their connection. They talked, and then what she said is she finally said, all right, so hey, let's walk through in terms of where we're at. And he said, hey, you know something? This is really, I think we're going to have to push this out. And here's the line. This is great. She said, hey, can I ask you, who else do you really, really trust here? And he said, well, I trust, I think the name she told me was Dennis. She goes, well, I really trust Dennis. And she's like, well, how about this? I know that you're telling me that you're getting pushed out because you don't have the time to focus on this. She goes, but let me ask you, is this still something you wanted to get accomplished this year if you did have the time? He said, yeah, if I did, I just don't have the time. And she said, all right, well, tell you what, who do you trust? And he said, well, Dennis. She's like, great, well, how about this? How about if I go meet with Dennis? Let me do all the work with him. We'll come back to you with a couple things. And that way we just kind of go, here's what we got. We need these 2 things and we're good. And he goes, all right, I could do that. She's like, great, well, where's Dennis? And he's like, well, let's go find him. So she waited there a full hour, okay, finally got a hold of Dennis. And then she said to Dennis, hey, I had this conversation with this person. Hey, Dennis, is this still a priority? He goes, absolutely. My fear was he wasn't going to do this year, but we really need to do this. She's like, great, let's go through all the stuff you need to do. And she's like, well, and he was like, hey, I definitely need to have another demo. I got to show this to these people and these people. He's like, perfect. Let's grab your calendar. Let's sign that up. And she just, you know what she did? She did a great job of getting this account back on track from that, hey, we're busy. This isn't a priority. So that's the message here. Real quick video for you, okay? When they say I'm really busy, ask them, who else do you trust? And if they give you a name, then you go, great, let me work with them and I'll do all the heavy lifting with them and then we'll come back to you and then we get to go, there it is. Try that technique because it worked for her and I hope it works for you. Good selling. Hey everybody, John Costigan here. The toughest part to any sale is getting in the door, right? Tell you what, click on the URL below this video or go to costigantraining.com/free week. Take the first step of solving this huge problem of getting in the door. It's 5 days, 5 clips, less than 5 minutes. Click on the link. We'll see you in a few seconds.